for accommodating me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm
So
excited.
I am doing my associate degree with Valencia, and my career path is to become a social worker.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to interview you because that's your field,
Mhm.
just to get an idea of what it's like. And so I have a list of questions here that I wanted to ask you. And so currently you're working as a social worker, correct?
Correct, as a case manager.
Okay. You have studied in that field?
Correct. I have my bachelor's currently in social work and am working towards my master's in social work and then
Awesome.
towards my license.
Okay. So what's the position? What's the title that you hold?
So currently, I work at Pathways to Care as a case manager for general population.
Okay, nice. Tell me how you ended up getting this job.
Sure. So actually, I was very fortunate enough to get hired by Pathways to Care because I actually interned here during my bachelor's, during working towards my bachelor's. So as a bachelor's degree student, you have to intern and do hours, and I interned here at Pathways to Care, and then a few months later, after leaving Pathways to Care and graduating with my bachelor's, they hired me as a case manager.
Nice.
Yeah,
So did you enjoy working there while you were doing your internship?
I did very, very much.
So
and
that
I
was
still do.
That was an easy transition, right?
Yes, it was. It was an easy. I don't like to say easy. It was different because as an intern, you're not given the as much responsibility on your cases as you are as like when you're actually a staff.
Okay.
So it was more of like okay, well now I'm an adult and now I'm working, and it's not just learning, although you do learn as you go. Now it's kind of like I'm not on my own, but I definitely have my own cases and things like that.
Very nice. So what are some of your responsibilities as a caseworker working for Pathways to Care?
Sure. I, as a caseworker, I assist the individuals that we work with, which is mostly homeless population. I assist them with just resources, so assisting them in finding resources, whether if they have to put some applications out there for applying for food stamps, maybe getting a phone, maybe applying for disability if they have disabilities and they qualify for it, applying for social security benefits, finding resources through shelters and other programs, other transitional programs, maybe even treatment centers and recovery centers and things like that for any type of rehab in that sense. So just really linking them up with resources in the community.
So what is it that makes you come back every day to do this job? I mean, what is it that you love or that gives you that satisfaction at the end of the day that makes you come back the next day?
Sure, so every day is different. No day is the same as before. That's definitely a big thing. I guess what keeps me coming back is I really do love working with the homeless population. Not one case is different. Everybody, not one case is the same. Everybody's different. There's not one person who's the same as the other. Really coming into work is a surprise every day. It could be that yesterday someone's here, today's not, they're not here. It could be yesterday I had 5 residents or clients and today I could have 10. It could be that, recently actually one of my clients who has been here for a while was actually approved for Social Security disability, and I was there through that whole entire process. So I saw her come in. She was very ill, and finally a few months later she was actually approved. She has funds. She's able to thrive really and live a life, because she's not on the streets anymore. Those really success stories definitely help me come back to work and everything. But just knowing that every day is different, and every day truly holds something surprising or not, from the day before, I guess, in that sense. It's never boring. It's never a boring day.
Right.
And at my job.
I'm pretty sure the fact that you can help them move from one step to the next is
definitely.
really pretty exciting.
Yeah, seeing that growth in them also.
So what would be the downside then to this job? What is it that you like least?
Sure. Well, we are taught to help those in need, but a reality check is that we can't save everybody. We can't fix everything. So although these success stories are great, we have also many stories that are not successful. Many individuals who go back to where they were before, living on the streets and things like that. Individuals who go back to the shelters. So working that hard, like on those types of moments, it's very hard to get through. It's sad to see somebody, go back to the streets and things like that because we weren't able to help them.
Right.
But then also, on the other side, the success stories do help out also.
Okay. At your job, do you work as an independent person, or are you a part of a team of social workers, or do you work alone?
Okay, so yes to both. I do have my own clients, but I also do work with the team.
Okay.
We have two other case managers here. They work in a different program, but if I have questions or they have questions, we always bounce off of each other. We have a whole nursing department that we are constantly communicating with, since I do work in a sort of medically based like corporation, I guess you could say. There's a nursing department that goes into it, and so there's a lot of back and forth with them also. And I would say mostly I do work as a team. We do work as a team.
Okay. All right. What is it you could tell me, someone who's looking to get into that field? What advice would you have to give me?
So definitely, although we are here to help and to serve our community, we cannot help and serve everybody. That was a very big reality slap in the face for me, if you will. I wanted to come and just like, as a graduate student, just yes, I want to help everybody. I'm going to do so much. And then it comes to be that, sometimes we can't. And just have patience with yourself and with your clients. Not everybody is a very nice person, but also always understand that there's something behind that, the reason why. Someone might be, let's say, mean to you, but there's always a past that they went through. We don't know what happens behind closed doors, as I like to say. We don't know what happened in their past. So always have patience, definitely, and just know that, live off the success stories and learn from the ones that are not successful. And it's social work is a very broad line of work. You could work anywhere at any time. So it's really good to know that in this line of work you can work with so many different populations, working from children to elderly. It is very, very vast, and it's amazing, honestly, to be able to work in this field.
You mentioned that you love helping people.
Yes.
And that you have to be patient to work in this field.
Yes.
What are some other characteristics that someone working in this field would need to have outside of those two that you have mentioned?
Definitely, always keep an open mind, and you're always learning. So I learn something new every single day. Just because you get that degree does not mean that you stop learning or that you know everything. You don't. Legislations change, laws change, rules change within different companies and corporations that you're working with in order to try and get benefits for your clients, things like that. Places close down, new places open up, like shelters and resources and things like that. So it's always good to network, especially in this field. Always network, go to different, what are they called? like community meetings and things like that.
Trainings.
Yeah, trainings.
Mhm.
Always keep an open mind. Always learn. Always keep a notepad with you because you're always writing down numbers and networking with other people. So definitely just that fuel for learning and for gaining more knowledge, because that's what you definitely need in this field. Patience, like I said, willingness to learn. Patience with your clients, patience with yourself. Learn that sometimes it's not easy the days that you're working, so when you go home, leave work where work is, and go home and have some me time, self-care and things like that.
And that will help you to rejuvenate, to come back.
And the next day. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm very intrigued. Actually, I think the more I talk to people, or even from this interview, and the more I'm doing this class, the more I'm encouraged to do it. And I was wondering though, would you suggest or propose that I stop at the bachelor's degree, or would you suggest that I continue?
Continue.
Yeah.
Continue. I definitely think if you can make it to your master's and get your master's degree, keep going to your license, and that's what I'm working towards also. Because as much just each degree and each license and every other step that you're taking is just another step that you're taking to learning more and to actually opening up more doors. So things that I can do as a BSW, I can't do as an MSW, and things that as an MSW I can't do if I'm not licensed, right? So the more you get your paperwork and stuff and the degree and the licensure and everything, you're just opening more doors for yourself. And who doesn't want more options?
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all the information you have shared. And hopefully one day I can celebrate with you that I have achieved my goal.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Yay!